Can devs do something? I have overinvested by a lot. Every day I check the price, bad price. I can't take this anymore.
Dump it.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the Sunday evening weekly candle close stream.
It's time for Power Hour.
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
Yeah, Power Hour. Last 60 minutes for the weekly candle close across crypto, and we're looking at OM. I forgot this thing even existed. Mantra coin. Scam number 1,276,312. Right? I mean, any asset that looks like this in crypto will eventually do this, okay? So, yeah, the Mantra team came out to say that everything's good, man. Even though, like, I think their wallet sold everything. Like, they owned 90% of the circulating supply of this asset, and they sold it all today. And here we are, down 82%. At one time, I think it was down 90%. And this is crypto. Your Beanie Baby, if it looks like this, it's just masking. It's fraud, and it will eventually do this, probably in a day or two. People are trying to say it's like Terra Luna, which is just wrong. Okay, Terra Luna market cap gone in a day, 40 billion. This was only like 3.5 billion, right? So we're talking like 10% the magnitude of Terra Luna implosion. So don't worry about that hyperbole, but nevertheless, it's I mean, it's the weekend, man. The markets are closed. The futures just reopened, up a little bit. The tariff stuff. Tariff me, bro. Don't tariff me, bro. I mean, you know, flip flop, and we didn't say that. We said that. But I don't even know, man. I don't think anyone does. I think you have multi-billionaires, economists, Harvard grads. No one can even make sense of what's happening right now. It's all, but one thing we know is it's all a casino. Okay, no edge. You're impulsing, piercing lines. Okay, cool. Piercing line might turn into a rally, but could very well be a lower high, and we roll over later. Okay, so let's just switch it. Bitcoin did something nice, but now it's maybe not. You can clearly see that supply line that goes back to old all-time highs. The 20th of January, Trump got inaugurated. Was the top. And they broke it, and now they're just testing it. I don't know if it'll hold a support. They're trying. Okay. Bighorn. Here it is, man. Right? Supply line. They broke this thing yesterday. Bullish engulfing candle on Friday. Saturday breakout. Sunday attempted back test. 4 hour above my head. How we're correlating. And flying like a fruit fly. For now, I guess. Yeah, so, right, there's differences between exhaustion pumps, accumulation pumps, or momentum shifts, and then accumulation pumps. This would just be, if we were to rally any higher, it would probably be short-lived. You're probably not going to take out 95K like initially before you pull back. And when we pull back, we want to see a higher low. Then we can say, oh, hey, accumulation's occurring. We just don't have any, right? The most discernible event on Bitcoin was the lowest low of the midterm downtrend we've been in for 3 months. So we're just looking for evidence that we're no longer making lower lows or lower highs. I mean, right now, what they could be doing, like, you know, if things got bad on the equities market, which we don't know, right? It's stupid casino. Bitcoin could be putting in its lowest high of that 3-month downtrend. Could, if it reversed right here, it'd be the lowest high. So we need a lot more evidence for a stronger argument for more resounding up. We don't have that right now. We're just smoking hopium, hoping that right here is real. We're hoping that, oh, wow, there's a lower low on price, but, you know, lesser levels on the oscillators, and then that's class A bullish divergence. We're just hoping that that performs or is reliable at all, you know. So, okay, that's kind of your Bitcoin update. We're skating. Yeah, everyone's got a different trend line. Just like everyone had different trend lines back here. This whole thing, the way I had it, it was perfect. German people from all around the world. This is not right. That's not the right angle. I had the first initial 1, 2, 3. I had it like that. Yeah. Correlation. Yes, up thrusts through, of course, up thrust, but just left it alone. And we broke it. It's like, that's not right. That's incorrect. It's like, I'm just using the initial touch points. That's all I was doing. So, whatever, you know. People are going to have their different ideas about what's a trend line, I don't know. It's just like 1 and 2 and then 3. Look, that's it. 1, 2, 3. Perfect touches. Anchor points. And then, oh, wow, we got another touch, almost another touch in March, and you broke it. I don't know, understand. Everyone has their own opinions. Good. Okay. Everyone has an opinion. All right. Bitcoin dominance. Some of these altcoins did today. I was scanning. Not great. Like, hey, dude, Bitcoin might be dragoning. We might be trying to break some supply line. There might be divergence, but Tezo's making like over 6-year lows and like kind of crashing. Broke support. There's nothing there for a long way down. And looking at a lot of the altcoins hitting the space bar, it's just like a bunch of lower highs, lower lows. There's not even really much of structure. It's just jokes. Yeah, but maybe a couple here and there. Like, oh, hey, XRP above 190. That's nice for now. But here's your Bitcoin dominance. Just hanging in there, up 0.3% today. Broken out. Anything above 60% long enough, 70%. So if we see 70, kiss your S coins goodbye. Them probably going to feel a lot more looking like OM mantra. Okay. Cool Bitcoin futures. Why not? Over in the future, we bullish engulfed on Friday or close enough to it, above the 200 moving average. I haven't painted a supply line here. I don't know. Still looks good, right? Like the whole wave structure, big wave down, X to A to B, B to C. Maybe the C wave's concluding at some, and then we're going to go C to D wave and get a larger wave up. Maybe. I don't know. Never really cared. We'll see. Whichever way you anchor it. I mean, if you anchor it like that, you hadn't done anything. You haven't tested it since the beginning. But if we try to maybe make sense here, 1 and then 2 and then 3, like we did on spot, and then 4. You did break out on Friday, it looks like. I mean, you're just trying to test just like spot price. So whatever. Maybe you have. You're definitely showing divergence. The lower low. Look at the RSI. Here's the low on price 2 different times, and then here's the lower low and higher levels. MACD, same thing. Here's the low on price. Here's another low on price, and a lower low on price every time, less than before. That's good. You really do have bullish divergence on the daily on Bitcoin futures and spot, but we don't know how reliable it'll be or how well it will perform. So great. Okay, so let's look at the futures. Stock market futures. S&P 500 top left, Dow Jones top right, bottom left Nasdaq, bottom right Russell 2000, and you can see the gap up that we had. It was open at 54.25 and got to a low point of 53.78, and people would say that we have filled the gap with the wicks, but with a candle body, where like we think about the gap, they closed the day at 53.65 and opened it at 54.26. Wouldn't the real gap be 53.64 where the traders settled up on Friday? I would think so, but yeah, whatever. It's cool. We still have a cool structure. Maybe 1, 2, 3 valleys, maybe accumulation. Anything above 52.84 on the S&P is okay. That's a big deal. Like, it was resistance and now it's support, and I'm telling you why it's a big deal is right here. Old all-time high from April 2024. Right above that, you're in good shape. So same thing with the Nasdaq above 18,420. You're okay. Look, it's very real level. Swing low from September, from June. Swing high from March last year. Yeah, above that, you're in good shape. I like the 1, 2, 3 valleys. I think you probably would make your line in the sand, 18,300 or so. Or at least the swing low around 17.8, whatever. Again, we're just looking at lesser time scales because the daily you don't have much. Definitely don't have much. So that's where we are, okay? We opened up. We're up 0.63% on the S&P. We're up, over 1% on the Nasdaq. up 0.29% on the Dow Jones, and Russell 2000 up 0.3%. So nothing really crazy. All right. Nice stuff. You want to look at Ethereum? Oh my God, EOS down 13.6%. What happened, dude? They pulled the rug. Trump's tweets have been literally controlling the market. They have, for sure. So, all right. Let me see here. Ethereum. They held 1420 weekend. Okay, had a couple green days. Today you're down 3.16%. It's really, I mean, besides hitting support, there's no structure. There's no real divergence of it. I mean, I don't think that's divergence. It's like a low and then the lower low with like a higher level of negative momentum. That's not it doesn't matter if it rallies. It's not diverging. Like there's not even hopium. You can't even get high on hopium on Ethereum. It's like bearish convergence on the daily oscillators. No structures, right? No like confirmation low locally at the same support. Nothing. So if it rallies, it's only because Bitcoin rallied. That's it. It would be congrats on your coin flip. If you were going long on Ethereum and it pumped, you were flipping coins. So there's no edge on this asset right now. So I'm good. But yeah, maybe they go retest 1420 again and it holds, and then we can get a confirmation low at support. But if it doesn't hold, you can kiss your Ethereum goodbye, $1,000. Yeah, it's brutal. This is a brutal one, man. There's just not much to report. It's garbage. It's technically, right? Okay, the project, okay, NFTs and pictures of rocks and DeFi. All right. But technically speaking, really bad, objectively. Okay. XRP down 2.5%. Man, any day above 190, 196 is a good day. Okay, it was doomed. It was over until this massive engulfing candle, Trump tweet stuff, right? Tariff, okay, the whole market rallied. It was like the second best day on the NASDAQ in the history of the stock market, right? I mean, so yeah, XRP got it too. They reconfirmed 196 as support and started rallying. And, you know, yesterday you saw your highest daily candle close, believe it or not, since March 28th. But now, today, just down 2.6%. And I hope Bitcoin rallies. I hope Bitcoin's breakout, that we're witnessing the breakout and the back test on the 4 hour above my head. I hope it's successful. And we go higher. And the only way for that to happen is the NASDAQ and the S&P have to rally. In order for that to happen, there probably has to be good news in the stock market, and Trump has to do something. Great market conditions. Very volatile, very uncertain. A lot of evidence of distribution on XRP. I don't think you want to make a lower high than 256. Another lower high after the lowest low of the 3-month downtrend. Yeah. Okay. Solana, kind of interesting. I mean, they recaptured at least a couple levels, but in the end, it could just end up being like your lowest high of the downtrend, and you just roll over again. There was no edge, really. I mean, you could try to say some divergence there on the RSI. It's very, very tenuous. But yeah, I mean, you were $5 away from the key support before the tweet, right? The tariff, oh my God, the NASDAQ, holy crap. And then everything rallied. Everything in the world rallied, except Weight Watchers. Weight Watchers done for, dude. But Solana, I mean, it rallied. And you're not in a, your trend has not reversed on these assets, right? We never said that. You're still in the midterm downtrend. We're waiting for evidence that would change that. Solana made its lowest low. It's working on its lowest high, but hey, it's above some inflection points, which is good, I guess, but you need a lot more to get excited about. Get above 135, we might really be off, but just who's buying this stuff? I mean, really. No one's been bidding on crypto at all since Trump got inaugurated. It's been number go down. outside of some insider trading stuff. Very weird. Insider trading. I think insider trading, April 9th. All right, yeah, above 123, you might be okay, but you're not above 135.81, so, and you're not in an uptrend. If any rally happens, it's just going to probably be based on exhaustion, not because the trend's good or anything. Because Bitcoin rallied because it was the sellers were exhausted, so you know everything else rallied with it. Okay, Solana BNB down 2.28%. Working on bearish engulfing candle. Right, you're either 510 or 630, your big levels, and if you're not at one of those levels, you're flipping coins, right? It was like you could go short here, your target would be 510, but they never got there. So they're rallying it, and maybe your bearish engulfing could be getting ready to sell off again. There's no edge. Nothing implied that this thing was really going higher. Again, Trump tweet changed everything. And those are your bigger cryptos. Dogecoin, it's terrible, man. Like, it's one of the many that's just like, okay, congratulations on, you know, making the lowest low of the downtrend. But at the same time of saying all that, right, shorts were had, shorts were successful, right, objectives were hit of the shorts, right, low risk opportunities, and you're so destroyed and beaten down in such a short period of time that, like, going short now is crazy, high risk, and lots of upside potential, and it still remains an extremely bearish trend. So that's your issue. But at the same time, it's like you could just be working on putting in another low, the lowest high so far of the whole downtrend. Downtrend's been asserted pretty much probably since January. The lower highs were confirming things. I mean, below 18 cents, it's just no. Not enough evidence to go long, and too destroyed to go short. Too high risk and too much upside potential for a short squeeze if it was to happen, but the trend's not good either, so taking longs is still risky. It's like hands off Dogecoin right now. Gross, man. Litecoin, after hitting like target 3, 66 bucks, big bounce, nice. Shorts covering. Limit buy orders were filled by scalpers. It's rallied, but not good. I mean, just kind of weak joke rally. Very methodical, controlled. You can't trust it. There's nothing here that gives you indication that we have an edge. That, oh, there's a greater than 50% chance of a resounding rally. There's nothing. You don't have anything. You know what you would need? You would need to see something like this. Of course. Oh, yeah, we got to get a confirmation of some sort. We don't have any. Have fun. Have fun with this trend and these market conditions. So beaten down that it's ridiculous to try to short it now, even though it could keep going lower. But there's not enough. The trend's not good for long, and there's not enough evidence that you have an edge. So it's just nothing to do here. What's up, chat? How y'all doing? Y'all been trading OM today? I see some people in the general chat with like levered positions on OM, and I'm like, I forgot that even existed till today. What are y'all doing? How do y'all keep up with 36 million scam coins? It's too many. All right, but then you look at, like, looking at some of the bigger ones, and then we look at like EOS down 14% today. Look at that engulfing. This one was crazy because it like respected the M shape, you know, but then it hits resistance, and then it just is rolling over again. It's heading back to 52 cents. Like, you can't trust these things. Even it's like, why is this anomalous to the overall market? There's no rhyme or reason, but it will eventually catch back up. So it's on its way. I mean, that's disgusting. 14% loss today, and there's just not much here till 52 cents. So you still have another, with it being down 14% today, you still have another 13% downside for supports get tested. Going back, old all-time low from 2023. What a bust, man. It was the darling of the 2017 ICO venture capitalist jubilee. $4 billion in seed money gone. Matezos, this is the one I was talking about, where it's like there's just nothing about it. Like, just failed. Like M shape, it reacts to the 886 once and then just collapsed. Dudded out. That happens, man. Like, sometimes you're looking at scams on a chart. Look at Tezos, lowest price seen since, good God, March 18th of 2019. Lower to go, waiting for 37 cents now. That's the target, 37 to 40 cents on Tezos. I just remember when we were like, dude, losing 145, your target's 86 cents, 82 cents. We got there. And my God, they broke it and they back tested as resistance, lower low, lower high, lowest low. Bearish engulfing. Oh my God, man, it's disgusting. H bar down 6.4%. This one's congrats on your little rally, but below the 200 moving average now. Bearish engulfing candle being painted. You're just probably waiting for 8 cents, 7 cents, 6 cents, way lower. Way lower, just waiting on that. There's nothing here. There's no structures. Good God, man. ZRX just waiting for 15 cents. They're going to retest this eventually. Remember OX token? You're waiting on this. There's so much downside. Just wait for this to lose another 31% of its value, and then we can reassess back down there at support. There's nothing to do here. Wait for collapse. Zcash. Oh God, what are they? But dude, it was an M shape, and it was like a type 2 return, and then it was a lower high than the previous high, and then you're breaking support today with bearish engulfing candle, or not even. Yesterday was red candle too. Okay, below $33 is like $26. So way lower. Just wait. It's garbage scams, man. I don't know, man. Theta coin. Garbage, dude. Waiting on 56 cents. Dude, it's like this one was saying. I was hitting the space bar and it's like, oh my God. Hard to escape misery in crypto. Shiba Inu coin. Yeah, dude, doesn't matter what it looks like. If they don't recapture 1340, given enough time, this thing's just wait for it to collapse. Wait for 700, 766. Hey, it's good to mine, man. Dude, thanks so much for the renewal today. I saw you, man. Thank you. All the renewals. Thank you so much. Just a big collective. Jesus chimes for all the renewals throughout the month. Thank you all, each and every one of you. Very grateful for this community. And all I can do is promise you I'm going to do everything in my power to try to educate and just try to, tell you about what I've learned over all these years of learning about this stuff, okay? Crypto, I've been studying charts a lot longer than crypto's existence, for the most part. The crypto as we know it. So, yeah. I mean, what do you want me to do? You want me to look at, like, Cardano? Yeah. Cardano, man, I'm telling you, all they're doing is just rallying the key level. And you're below it right now. Support. It's now resistance. It's not good, man. What's up, bet 1 and 2? Is there a silver chart? Gold to silver to gold? Yeah, sure. Yeah. There is. So if you're below 65 to 69 cents long enough, this is going way lower. Cardano, it's like a short setup. As long as the price doesn't exceed 69 cents, you're good for way lower. Vchain was interesting, still down 3.25%, but it was really interesting that there was like such a beautiful structure, right? Like no one's going to argue with this beautiful wedge. I mean, good God, out of a book. They broke it, they walked out of it, and I've seen this before where it'll just continue selling off, making lower lows, but eventually they tested the breakout kind of as support as well as a horizontal line. There's a very big level here, big battleground, and you're above it, so there's no edge, you know, there's nothing implying that we're good, like locally. Made a low, you just made the lowest low. There's no evidence that sellers are exhausted. But it's cool that the wedge looks pretty, you know, that's cool, but it's hard to have much faith. But you are at the basement of all basements, man. That's a 100% round trip. This thing, Trump gets elected, right? And this asset appreciated in value 320% in 28 days, and then it was over. It was done. Never again. Here we are. All gone back to lower. We actually hit lower than we were before the election for a day. April 7th. ETC, Ethereum class, it's garbage. There's no structure. There's nothing here. It finally hit a support back from many years ago. Look, from 2022, man, 2020, 2019. Look at this swing low from 2018, swing low 2017, swing high 2017. Good God, what a level. You talking about if they lose this? They don't often lose it, do they? The last time you were really below it was back in March 2021. It's been 4 years. Yeah, you better pray for stuff to get better real quick for Ethereum Classic. XLM was pretty cool. Like, look at this wedge. I mean, it's a cool wedge, right? Like 1, 2, 3, get four freaking touches. Nice. It is a sexy wedge, and you're still contained within. I don't think you have anything that implies you're reversing soon, but my God, you're so deep into the development of this. It's like, right, wedges, you know, when you're 50% through the development of a wedge, 50% meaning like 50% of the way to the apex, which is when the two trend lines converge, your probability increases of resolution, whether it breaks up or down. And we are like 85, 90% of the way to the apex. And so you just think resolution zone, but not so much going on that gives me that much confidence. I think, like, horizontally speaking, your 17 cents is a good level. 17 cents or 9 cents. I don't know. Cool structure, but it's XLM, man. We got less than 30 minutes to the close. I'm showing my TA only. I don't look to other people's TA, you know, like I learned about this, and yeah. Lind, so destroyed, right? You think maybe it's good. I mean, there's so much support now, but there's no edge, right? There's no like confirmation, there's no structures. You're just still impulsing, and eventually these impulses conclude with huge short squeezes, but then they sell off later, and then we get retests, and so you're just not in a good spot here. The swing trade is just not. It's like, yeah, 115, 112. They held it initially, but what have they done since then? Really nothing. It looks like Ethereum. It's just bad. I don't know. Trying to get excited, trying to find stuff that would give me hype, man. Tron is the only thing that's kind of crazy. Tron's like incredible. Like, I can't even effing believe what they've done. Like, it looked like distribution, lower highs, and all of a sudden it tested 200, then a rally back above 22.55 cents. One test, second test. Wow, still above the 200. And now it's rallying. It's going for the highest daily candle close really since like January 24th. And like you talking about retraces, if Tron's going to just do a common retrace, you got targets between 382 and 618. Fibonacci from your highest point to lowest point. Okay, you don't even really, 236 is target one actually, 26 cents. We've not made a 23% retrace since this swing low from February 3rd. So you think like 29.68 to 35.5 cents is on deck for Tron, above, given enough time above 22.55 cents. Find me a S coin that's looking like this, where the Momo shift, you actually have evidence of momentum shifting back into the hands of the buyers. You don't have that. All these S coins we're looking at, look, Filecoin, what's it doing? The momentum is still all in the hands of the sellers. This is what it looks like on a chart when sellers are in complete control. Lower high, lower low, lowest low. Lowest low in how long? Good God. Oh, all-time lows. Oh, what are we doing off those lows? Nothing for a week. Just hanging around. No one's really bidding on it. Right? Momentum is shifting. The higher lows come in. A couple of them. Higher than this low. All these lows here, higher than this scam wick low. Kind of crazy. Key levels being re-regarded as support. That's good, positive price action. You don't have that crap on anything, really. Like, I mean, maybe like XRP's cool above, 199 or 196 to 190, but, that's fine. That's your line in the sand, though. Like, it still was the lowest low. At least Tron's making higher lows. How about Neo, another Chinese S coin? These were the ones that went against Xi Jinping, I guess. They said, no, Xi Jinping is Winnie the Pooh. Xi Jinping. Look what they're doing. All-time lows, right? This thing was at 180, almost. It was $185 at the height of the mania in 2018, 2017. And this old all-time low from December of 2018, all they're doing is just regarding that level as resistance now. It's terrible. That's the state of crypto. Well, you look at total real quick. Total's kind of okay. I mean, kind of. You like fruit flies. Right?
I like turtles.
There's bears out here.
I mean, they're trying to break the supply line, kind of. This one's kind of tough, man. It's, how do you anchor? If you anchor this way, nothing's touched it since January 31st. But if you try to hey, look, there's some more touches here. You've already broken out. But then if you're trying to be conservative, it's just whatever. Maybe you broke it. I don't know. There's still no forms of confirmation, right? You just put in your lowest low of the downtrend. You're rallying off of that, and that's about it. You haven't made a higher high yet in previous highs locally. So that's not enough evidence for a trend reversal. That's not enough evidence for really anything, for action, unfortunately. It's cool to see 2.3 trillion pretty much tested, which is what? The old all-time high from April 2021. Harmonic, right? 1414 reacted. So if you cared, you probably would want something like this, a type 2 return of the bullish butterfly, a retest. Yeah, dude. Oh my God. Oh yeah. I forgot one. That one's pretty good, right? One, I can't even believe it. It's in a world of its own, kind of. CRV. M-shape completed. Key inflection point violated, but buyers recaptured it after completing the M-shape. Just crazy. And then they've reconfirmed the validity of the old support as support again. That's good. Very good. Spring, back test of spring. And you got follow through off of it. Yeah, it's down 4.42% today, but hey, yeah, it went on a 4-day win streak above the 200 moving average. Tell me how many S coins are trading above their 200-day simple moving average right now. I'm gonna just do this, and then I'm just gonna randomly click on an S coin. Okay, I don't know what I'm looking at. Okay, XLM below 200 moving average. Let me just do it again. We've already looked at that one. Oh, here's YFI, woefully below its 200 moving average. What's up, Josh? Well, we have request minimum because you're not having to watch ads, right? I don't monetize on YouTube ever. I don't have sponsors ever, 7+ years, right? So there's a minimum on a request. So if you value my request, and you respect what I'm doing, like by not selling out, not taking ads, or not making you watch ads, not taking sponsors, you kind of be, oh, okay, well, I get it. I'll pony up because he does it different than 99.9% of all content creators on YouTube that all accept money from entities to promote to the viewing audience. Okay, so that's why there are minimums for a request, right? A formal request. Thank you. Yeah, so I was just hitting random S coins, right? Here's another one. We look Cardano. How about ETC? Gosh dang, man. Why can I not click on anything that's different? IMX. Look at this crap. I mean, who would want to buy this? Look at this thing. Just recently hit all-time lows. Down almost 6% of the day. Like, it's terrible. And we're talking about assets, you know, how is one above its 200 moving average? Whereas this one, I mean, most of them look like this. Chainlink. The Link Marines. This looks almost like, yeah, dude, sellers are getting real exhausted. And there could be a short squeeze anytime to test the top of this downtrend. But it still looks pretty bad, man. The lowest low. Back testing key levels as resistance right now. Bearish engulfing candle. Right, you see you're at the bottom portion of the downtrend. I mean, they break that heart line. You could be going, see the supply line 1762. Eventually, sellers get so exhausted, they just relent. Buyers take back over, but you're still in the downtrend. And then the buyers get exhausted in the downtrend, hit a supply line, too much supply, they relent, and sellers take back over, and we head way lower. So it's just not a good market. Like, the trend is just not good for altcoins. And we don't really have many structures. Tron's like, that's it, man, Tron. I guess. Yeah. GameStop. Okay.
Chris in Miami tipped $25. Can we take a look at GME? Looks like it wants to do the thing again. Thanks.
Chris in Miami, what's up, dude? Thank you, man. GameStop, yeah, let's look at it. Wasn't it the haven? It was the safe haven, dude. It really was. Like, oh my God. What is really cool about this is this level. I haven't looked at this in a while. The fact that once and now twice, that's phenomenal. Price action correlation to 2156. You know how long we've had this plotted, this gray zone here. It's just a big level, and now they're confirming it as support. Look at this, going back to, look, yep, swing low 2022. I mean, you can just see the tests we've had here and positive price action and another higher low coming in. If you anchor at X point here, then it's like a big old shark pattern completing and a type 2 return of shark almost. That's really good. Anything about 2156 on GameStop is kind of okay. I think it's pretty interesting that ever since the GameStop mania from a year ago, or like 11 months to 10 months ago, after that big sell-off, there have just been way more than before. And that has continued to stay as the norm right now. So slightly lower low, confirmation low at key level, and rallied to its highest close on Friday since March 26, and now trading above the 200 moving average. But you still have some, levels of adversity ahead of you. 2709, you got to break that. Then you got to break 2976, and that's been a big problem. That's been kind of tough. But yeah, remember, there was a trade setup posted right around November, and target 1 got hit almost immediately within a week or two. But target 2 of that trade setup, believe it or not, which I think it might have gotten stopped out, it was somewhere below this point. Target 2 was 46.51. So that might still be in the cards if this is what they're doing. All right, this is evidence of more than before. Evidence that on this chart, somehow, I have no idea how, there are more people owning this asset than we saw in October, September, August, than we saw April of last year consecutively. Make it make sense. I can't. It's GameStop, dude. Technicals are right. It's almost like you have a weird looking dragon almost, right? That, I guess that'll be the supply line. Yeah, if you're above 2156 to 2320, you're in really good shape. Okay. Below that, your argument begins to deteriorate rapidly. Okay. You only like this because it's higher lows. Okay. Right. It's a lot different of a conversation we're having than we are able to have on crypto. How in the world could you even come up with an argument on Ethereum Classic or any other 99% of cryptos right now? Like, they're not doing anything like GameStop. Tron, the only one. Only effing one that just started to show favorable price action again. Disappointing, for sure. Yeah, if Altcoin is the answer. Yeah, gold reopened down about 0.55%. We can look at it real quick. Figured that would be the case, right? I mean, 1, 2, 3, rule of 3. Exceeding the 2618. I'm just, okay. Pushing your luck in the very shortest of short terms, right? I mean, you're looking for a red day, I guess, on gold, but what a king, man. What a freaking king. Unfilled gap. You can't even believe it. There is an unfilled gap from Thursday. They didn't fill it. You know that's going to get filled. I don't give a crap what you say. This unfilled gap, and I'll show you if you don't believe me, scaled in to the millionth degree. There's the gap. Even the wicks have not touched. So, wondering when that's going to fill. Probably sooner rather than later, I would just think. Okay. Silver was attempting to make a comeback after that beautiful 886 reaction. Yep. They ran it all the way up to 3250 or 3229. It's just like support resistance zone. There's so many on silver. It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, this is why I like taking longs at 88% retraces. When sharks are completing, it's just a bad idea, high risk. And Dow Jones, that was the case, and silver was the case. So no edge right now. Just reacting. That happens. Silver to gold, I mean, whatever. You kind of informally requested it, but I don't really care. I guess we can look at it. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I think this is it. Let's go to the weekly. This would be, I'm just doing silver paired against the US dollar. Silver to the US dollar paired against gold to the US dollar.
Crypto hoarder. Peace.
What's up, Dow Jones? Thank you, man, for the ongoing support. I really appreciate that. You want a crypto hoarder wants him in? Yeah, we'll look at yeah, one up coin, dude. I'm telling you, crypto hoarder. Bad news, man. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to come up with a solution to it, okay? But yeah, we'll look at that right after this, Monero. Yeah, it is trying to put it
Ethan
in.
Gang tip $25. Can you look at Pepe? Broke the downtrend and is forming higher lows.
Yeah, we'll look at the Pepe coin. Yep.
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into
Pepe coin. Yeah, dude. We'll do it. All right. Thank you, dude. So silver to the US dollar paired against gold to the US dollar on the weekly. Pretty much at its lowest level since, April of 2020. So silver 5-year lows on performance paired against gold. That's what that means. That's pretty much like, Ethereum paired against Bitcoin, 5-year lows. Okay, so silver, garbage compared against gold. That's what this chart is.
Random pair.
Yeah, it is. Thank you. But that's what it tells. That's all it's telling me is terrible, in the gutter. 5-year lows, probably going a little lower. And you're talking 1940. You're at 1941 levels of performance. You're at 1990 levels of performance. It's very rare. This is the basement, man. So it's just kind of like, it doesn't really look good. Like, it doesn't make me want to just go buy silver when I could buy gold. Yikes. Okay. I think Monero is next. Is Monero. Where's the Mimi coins? Monero on what? What exchange? Kraken? I'm not sure. I guess Kraken. What a scam wick. What the heck they do this week? This scam wick's crazy though. Here's the weekly on Monero. This 173 level, look what they did. It was resistance from August 2022 all the way to September 2024. How many days was that level a very real resistance? 777 days. Mega overhead resistance. But now, as of December, they broke that level finally after all that time. And now, as of this week, they're trying to back test it as support again. The 200-week moving average, they're trying to defend that and hold it as support. You're above a very real like zone level, like anything above 160 to 170 long enough. Look, history just tells you you have a $288 target. I don't know if it's going to happen, but you can clearly see here's a low. Here's the high. Here's the higher low than this low. Here's the higher high than this high. And here's the potential higher low than this low. This is different. This is very different than these cryptos we've been looking at. It's anomalous for sure. Right, you look at this, and then you just go to random S coin number 1,012,000, and it's like KSM that doesn't look even close to the same thing. There is no higher lows consecutively for months. You're not regarding levels as support. Dash? No, nothing, dude. Nothing like Monero. Nothing like Tron. Just going for the... Last week was the all-time low on Dash. On the lowest weekly candle close we've ever seen on Dash. Last week alone. And now they're going to... Oh, we're only down 3.63% today. We're not going to... It's going to be the second lowest weekly candle close in the history of Dash. I mean, you see the difference between Monero and everything else? I think that has to do with the pure anonymity characteristics of the blockchain, pure privacy. Okay, Pepecoin. I'll look at Pepecoin, man. The meme. Probably the strongest meme in the history of the US. They're surely trying to hold some levels, I guess. Go over bullish and golden candle, yeah. Yeah, there's a little higher low coming out. I know there is, but yeah, 1 and 2. But how would you manage your risk here? Would you just have a stop loss below 60,391 or something? Yeah, that would be your cutoff, 60,391, and then your upside would be to like 99,000 to 100,000. And I know it's not, it's paired against US dollar. I'm not going to waste my time doing 1/10,000th of a penny, and I'm just saying the number, okay, on the screen. But yeah, maybe they're trying to put in a higher low. Let's The problem is, I don't know. Yeah, you'd have to like say this is your support. They already broke that demand line, so I'm just trying to think here, like maybe it's something like that. That's if you're trying to manage your risk in this situation, right? Someone spent money, wanted to look at it, and was talking about it. Okay, fine. If it's gonna succeed and go up another 36 to 46%, the buyers would have to keep this level defended, and they've defended it once and now kind of twice, and that's great. So if it's real, you do have decent upside potential, but it's Pepecoin, and we just look at all these cryptos look like crap. So that's your cutoff, man. I mean, that's like your line in the sand for the argument that you're articulating, right? And if it was to succeed, that would be your target area. Yeah, Moneymaker, we started the stream looking at that chart. We got 5 minutes to the weekly daily close. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, the bell. So thanks for being here. Okay, 5 minutes. Patiently waiting. Not really a crazy oven of features. Still kind of have unfilled gaps, I think, if you care about like the candle close and stuff. Yeah, so I think Dow Jones did. Dow Jones was close on the candle close, yeah. But yeah, no, even after like there was good news, and then the good news was pulled back, and we're still up. So I would consider that maybe a win. Yeah, what else is there to look at? My God, the markets are closed. We looked up Friday. We did an extensive look at a lot of assets on the stock market. So if you want to get a refresh or want to see more equities, check out that stream just a couple days ago. Piercing line reversal was the weekly story, right? The SPY, the NASDAQ, and the Dow Jones all had piercing line reversals on the weekly. And so it's like, will this play a role? Will this be respected with a follow-through candle this week, this upcoming week? Be very interesting to see. A piercing line in the wild, but is it real? Because it's potential, right? It's a potential piercing line. I mean, it's confirmed with a candle close. That's great, but it is not about the candle itself. It's about what kind of reaction we get after. So it seemed like, hey, they marked closed and then tariff concessions or whatever on semiconductors and all that. It will say, oh, it's going to be a good week. But then today, Letnick saying that's not true or whatever. Trump saying that's not true. Who knows, man? It's the casino. Everything's beholden to a tweet right now. You're impulsing, and this is us smoking our hopium. Yeah, 2 minutes and change. Bitcoin looking all right. I have great news on Bitcoin on the weekly. We're going for it's here. I mean, we're going to bullish engulf. It's about to happen. I mean, it's 2 minutes from confirmation, and it's inevitable. Last time we had a bullish and golden candle really was like January 13th. And then next week we topped out, all-time highs. Trump got inaugurated. We're done. But hey, maybe we're not done now. Maybe they're front-running this. 73,800, the old all-time high from March of last year. We were off it by like 600 points before the rally, before the Trump tweet or whatever. So I hope this is what begins it all. Begins a reversal, a dragon breakout of epic consequence. That would be a dream. I look sleepy. Just getting old, man. Okay. Just getting old. I'm not sleepy. Dang. Do we all get older, right? I mean, when I started streaming, I was a lot younger. Time's gone by, man. Lots of it. Some of y'all have been around the whole time. Shoot, man, I feel like I look better than I did when I started streaming. I'm not even kidding. Run out of the clock. 1 minute and 20 seconds to the weekly close. How's Ethereum going to look? garbage. Oh my God, that's just not a good candle. Even if we reversed, I bet just a little doji. I mean, it will be your second lowest candle close of the downtrend for now, after a successful test of 1420 on support. Oh no, I have not made the AI mid-trade TA action figure yet. That's a pretty good idea though. We should do that. Let's do it. Let's make it. Any news on Sui? No, dude, no news. Just a scam coin. But dude, my AI. No, dude. It's like all the rest. 26 seconds. Okay, running out of the clock till weekly close. XRP's weekly. Gonna be all right. My God, dude, they did it right. Just when it seemed like all hope was lost, a 17% rally in a day, and then even higher now off that 1 day rally. Thank God for the Trump tweet. Like that was. That's what I'm saying, man. It's like not even about the breakdown. It's about the fall through. What was the fall through? Literally no fall through. Okay, chat. Jesus chimes. The weekly candle has closed. Bitcoin has confirmed a bullish engulfing candle. But we need follow through. And just praying for favorable price action on the equities market with the VIX crashing. We need the VIX to collapse. Remember, this is where we're at. All we got is, and here's the daily close. They successfully defended the breakout. Right? The supply line that goes back to January 20th when Trump got inaugurated, topped out. They broke out on a Saturday, and on a Sunday they successfully tested what was once a supply line. This is the first time it's being regarded as a demand line. So rejoice in that. They could test it again later, 83. As long as you skate along it and hold it, you're broken out. You've confirmed it as support. That's pretty good. Breakout back test. But now we need the follow through. It's the dragon. What's up, Sunshine? Thank you. You too. Everyone, I hope you all have a good week. Yeah, we're just hanging around, waiting. We were waiting for this weekly to close. And again, look at Ethereum's weekly close. It was just kind of like, hey, they didn't make a fresh lower low again like they did last week. Remember last week what happened? It was the lowest weekly candle close since October of 2023. And then this week, intra-week, we saw the lowest price since March of 2023. There were 2-year lows. And any lower, you're going to January 2023. But anything, dude, you just don't want to own. I mean, who wants to own Ethereum at all? But I'm saying, you're testing the old 2 cycles ago peak. Shoot, man, at this point, we're always 3 cycles. This was a cycle top, I guess. Another cycle top, 2-3 cycles ago, we're testing its peak. And not really doing much. Not great. How's your RSI? Oh, look at your RSI. Just at the lowest level since June 2022. It's sitting in the bearish control zone. Weekly? Good God. It can always be yeah, dude, I'm not saying I hold crazy weight on these supply lines. I'm just saying if you anchor 1 time, 2, 3 right here, okay, the initial ones, and then you get another perfect test in February 21st, and then you got a fake out test April 2nd. I'm just saying, right, the initial touches, the way we've had it, you got 3 perfect ones right there, not touching it, not adjusting it, and if you don't, you can see the breakout in the back test. I mean, again, I'm not trying to, this isn't even, we really do, you want to regard horizontal line support resistance a lot more than a demand line supply line. Downsloping, it's probably better, hey, a supply line, when it's confluent with an overhead resistance support, that's when it's strongest. So here, yeah, it may not mean crap. It could also mean everything. Because I don't think it's wrong. You got perfect touches and leaving it alone and now they've broken it and they're holding it. But we'll see. Yeah, it is all dependent on right here, the futures, the equities market. It will dictate exactly what happens to Bitcoin next. Look at total. But dude, it was total, man. We were going to total the markets. They total the markets. No engulfing candle. Close though. Almost an engulfing candle. But yeah, it's just pathetic, man. Still maybe making a higher low than the previous low. That's very true. You're still uptrending. Pretty deep retrace from the previous low to high. How deep? Not even a 78% retrace. So right around the 618 though. Yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, just good times to make money. Good times to not lose money. Last year we had a great time to make money. This year has been proven to be a great time to just not lose. Because this is all temporary. This volatility, this uncertainty, this doubt, this fear, the trepidation, straight line down, crashing, circuit breakers almost triggering. That's all going to stop. It won't continue. And eventually structures will develop. Nature will heal. We'll gain an edge in the markets again. We'll be able to take very, very low risk, high reward opportunities. The same thing that happened in 2022. It was lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows for so long. And then finally started developing nice bottoming structures like on Amazon and Google and Nvidia. They all gave us gorgeous patterns. Even Shopify did. There were a lot. So we just are being patient and trying to just not lose money right now. Solana weekly. Yeah, we didn't look at that, did we? Solana. Yeah, a nice bullish engulfing candle, but unfortunately kind of closing below the zone you want to be above. I'm not really feeling it right now. But yeah, if we get above 130, 135, you know the upside could be crazy. Yeah, that's a great engulfing candle, but you're still closing. Look where traders are settling up as support in June of last year. It's now resistance. Until we're breaking that for real, I just have concerns. Okay, they tested the 200-week moving average at the bottom. Wow, first time ever. Yeah, literally never in the history of Solana had the 200-week moving average been tested until now, this past week. Crazy stuff, man. BNB, nothing really. Above 500, I guess you're okay, but one high, the second high. Crazy bearish divergence. Yeah, it's all about 500. Below 500, you're done for. But hey, they're not letting it go there. So look at this thing. Looks like Tezos, man. Oh my god. Look at the weekly. Like lowest weekly candle close confirmed since March 2019. Someone just like, what? It's awful. Vchain was pretty cool because it was a bullish engulfing candle at support with a falling wedge breakout. That's very interesting. Might not be actionable yet, but it's really interesting. Yeah, I'm just kind of, wow. As a nature watcher, I'll be paying attention to Vchain. Because when wedges are this beautiful, and you're out of them, and you test them, and you hold supports looking left, it's just, I'm entertained. Free breaker, virtually that did happen. It did. Ethereum paired against Bitcoin. See this red vertical dotted line? That was the date. Literally the date. September 14th, 2022. When Vitalik switched from proof of work to proof of stake, it was done. They had upthrusted after distribution a week prior, and then it was just over. So just the Wyckoff distribution began once that event occurred. Ever since then, it's been textbook, phase E. Look what Ethereum paired against Bitcoin did. I mean, just on the 11th, which was like 2 days ago, it was the lowest level in 5 years. The lowest level since February. Yeah, 5 years. My God, over 5-year lows. So this is probably going lower. Just letting you know. Did you say steak? And then OM, if you don't remember, just to reiterate, we're round tripping from the beginning of the stream to now. Here it is, man. They defended 73 to 88 cents. They did it, man. It's a big deal. See the swing high from 2021, the old all-time high? They defended it. So, man, we're going to be okay here. All right. Look at the weekly. Sure. Yep. It's down it's up 7.2% right now on the new day, new week. Hope it holds. Yeah, we want to assure you that Mantra is fundamentally strong, yet down 80% every day. It's like complete lying. They're just fraudulently tweeting. Everything's good, bro. No, it's not. Deploying more capital, steady lads, same version, or same thing, different version. Yeah, so that was like the headline. I'm sure there are going to be more like this. You find any other cryptos out there that look like this? Let me know so we can look at it and call for its death. Dude, look at OM, man. It's so... Old Bitcoin. Bullish and golden candle. Hype in the chat. Let's just play it. I don't play it enough. Highest weekly candle close confirmed since March 17th. So 1 month, 3 week highs, whatever. Or highest close in 3 weeks, whatever. All we got's a dragon breakout and back test on a weekend, right? Saturday breakout, Sunday back test. No way that's real, right? I don't have high confidence. I'm just identifying the data. Like that's what's happening. I'm not doing it. I'm just showing you. This trend line hasn't been touched. It's just sitting there since February 21st. Okay, it just exists. So I hope it holds. I hope we rally. I hope it's X, A, B, C. C wave's completed. We're going with D wave. D wave's going to take us to 105 if it ever happens. So I don't know. All right. Well, thank you for coming out. Really appreciate it. Had some people. Thanks for the 812 y'all still here. Let's get a like spike, please. Like spike because Bitcoin broke a supply line and back tested it successfully and it all happened with candle close confirmation. Like button for that. That warrants the like. Do it for Bitcoin, not me. All right, we're at 84K. And that's it. Pray for equities. That's all I can say. Pray for a positive. Trump, all he has to do is tweet something really positive, and the market will blow up. It will rally really hard. So it's cool to see the futures they pulled back and it's now rallying near the open. Like you're near the highs of the day on the NASDAQ futures. Holy crap. McDougal, did you really? That's amazing, man. Well, thanks for telling me. Wait, no way. My cousin asked you if you had heard of me and you told her you watch me all the time? Dude, that's trippy. I love it, man, because that never happens, right? It's like kind of a. I mean, it happens occasionally. I remember I was down in like Andalusia, Alabama. My dad was getting inducted into his high school's football Hall of Fame, and someone down there like saw me eating at a restaurant and like posted on my Facebook that I'm not active on. And Brad told me about it. I'm like, oh my God, that's so crazy. What a world. So thanks for letting me know. Well, hopefully, she's getting married soon, so hype for Joy, my cousin, and hype for the breakout. I really hope what we're witnessing is real. I hope the divergence continues to play out, and then that would probably give us enough fuel to at least go test 88.4, right? To rival the previous highs. And if anything, we stall out, we start selling off, there's nothing to be worried about until we're breaking and making a lower low. What we're looking for at this point is like, hey, seller exhaustion came in, divergence is implying it, we're breaking supply lines. Maybe we do something like this, even go a little higher. And you're going to get sell off at some point. And if it happens, all we're looking for is at some point the sell off to conclude and it's a higher low than the lowest low. And we start really seeing it. And maybe they're testing 78K or whatever. And then when we start seeing the rally off that low, when we see the pivot there, we can start saying, hey, momentum is being reassumed by the buyers because the higher low represents that accumulation. We just don't have it yet, and we'll be looking for that. If you really want to start getting excited, you want to make a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high again. So well, it's on needs to calm down. All right. So good news is for the living room setup, I spent like crazy money for like a new microphone like this one, a new arm, a new amp, all that. That should be in, I mean, it's supposed to come in like today, but the arm for the mic won't be in till like late this week. So I was listening to the audio playback in there. It's too much. The travel setup's really good, right? That microphone that's wireless is amazing. That's so cool. It's going to be great for travel streams. But like, yeah, man, the audio quality is just not up to the quality of in here. So that will be remedied. So the living room backdrop streams will be like, there'll be no sacrifices on video or audio quality. Yeah, man, let's pump this thing. Okay. Pump it on the back test. Let's go to Kingdom Come. That will be done. On Bitcoin as it is in heaven. 360 VR, that'd be crazy. All right, love y'all. I'll be back. Until next time, respect the T. A.
L'amour qui chante doucement dans mon cœur, l'amour qui danse lentement dans mon corps. L'amour et moi. l'amour